Alright, what up team? If you're a day trader and you're looking to get funded, this video is going to save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of frustration. I went really deep into the research for the best 50k funded futures prop firm, and I compared all of the important stuff, which is profit target, drawdown rules, platform quality, and all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. First off, we have my funded futures. So my funded futures has a profit target of $3,000, and by the way, I've already weeded out like these accounts here are all like they're fluff. They're all whatever. This is the one you want most likely. So profit target $3,000, pretty standard for 50k, right? Max position is 3 contracts, that's fine. I usually go with micros anyways. That's micros. That's 30 contracts. That's fine. Daily loss limit. I like having a daily loss limit. Some people don't like it. I personally like it. It kind of like stops you out from either going on tilt, which is very rare in my case, but it could happen. It also stops you from over like the crazy volatility we've had lately. Let's say I don't know, Trump makes a tweet or whatever, market teleports down, you earn a long, you get stopped out way below your stop loss. It stops that extra loss. Trailing max drawdown 2500, that's pretty standard. Drawdown mode end of day, that's very important to me. That means that if you lose a band on the trade, and then you make, let's say, 500 back, you're at the end of the day you're down 500. But with other prop firms, let's say that are not end of day, let's say you lose 1,000 and then you make up 1,000, you're still down 1,000 because your drawdown is it trails with you as you do the trade. So actually my example is wrong. If you make 1,000 and you lose 500, that's what it is. So if you make 1,000 and you lose 500, you're up 500. You're gonna be up 500 on the day. Your drawdown is gonna go up by $500. If you because the trailing max drawdown is always from the capital that the account is at until you reach 50k, where the trailing max drawdown is going to stay at 50k. So let's say you're in your account's at 51,000. Your trailing max drawdown will be $2,500 below that. But let's say at the end of the day you made 1,000 and then you lost 500. So that means your account is only up $500 on the day. It's gonna go up by $500 if it's end of day. If it's trailing drawdown, that means you were up $1,000. That's at one point, so your drawdown is also up $100. So if you lose $500 after, that $500 is also deducted from your max drawdown. So you're closer to hitting your max drawdown. Having no activation fee is actually massive. This is my first time using this prop firm. I'm currently on this prop firm right now. This is my first time using it, and I was blown away by this. I'm gonna be honest. I thought every prop firm or every prop firm I've used at least had a activation fee, which is when you pass the eval, they charge you a fee. Usually it's 150 USD. This one have it. Absolutely great. The prices, I'm going to have to ask you guys not to look at them like that much, simply because there's a lot of discounts and shit that go around. And let's say the Apex one is usually more expensive, but with a discount, it always comes out being the cheapest. So don't look at the prices. Reset fee is usually the same price as the price per month, which is fine. Um, Scaling rule, micro scaling, all of that, that's fine. This is all just basic stuff. Basically just means that your contract scaled to micro, so your micros only are capped at 30 because you have 3 position size here. Consistency rule, that's important. Your best trading day may not exceed 40% of your profit in funded per payout period. That means that in the eval, there's no consistency rule, only in the funded part, and I don't mind this because technically you shouldn't be full porting your fundeds anyways. So yeah, this is pretty much it for my funded futures. The UI is very clean, very well built, very smooth. Also, I really like that. And yeah, let's move on to the next. I'm just doing an overview right now. After we'll compare them. The next one is Tradify. Now, Tradeify, we're going to go either advanced standard or straight to funded sim account right here with the 50Ks. Okay, the other ones are all fluff. This is awesome. This is stuff that. Okay, so let's start with the advanced plan. So it's $69 per month. Again, we're not gonna look at price. $3,000 classic. 5 minis, 50 micros, more contracts on this one. Daily loss limit, none. Max drawdown is 2,000. So you can trade more contracts, but you have less drawdown, right? Drawdown mode is intraday. What that means is that it trails with you as you go. Not like end of day. It's intraday. Minimum trading days to pass. Once you could pass this shit in one day. You could. This is probably meant for people that want a full port. Your reset fee is only $45. Your activation fee is 125. So this is what they make their money on. They make these plans that you can pass in a day. You activate it and you end up failing after. $125 USD for activation fee is pretty standard. Other than that, that's basically what it is. There's no really scaling rule, no consistency rule, no nothing. When you go to straight to funded, it's the same thing. It's way more expensive. Same contracts. If you have a daily loss limit, at least you can't just blow it in one day. Selling max drawdown is still $2,000. Your drawdown mode goes to end of day, which is huge. And this right here, there's no eval, by the way. Whatever you make, you can keep. Minimum trading days to pay out, so you need 7 days of consistency of 20%, and you can have only maximum of 5 accounts. So I'm going to say this just now. I kind of like this one, but it is for more expensive. It is for more advanced traders. And with that being said, we're going to move forward. So Alpha Futures is one of the most trader-friendly firm right now. Get it away. All right. So if you go for the zero plan, right here, it's a little bit more expensive than the other one, and but you have a max daily loss and whatever. There's some different stuff. The standard plan is similar, but it has a 2-day minimum and a higher contract allowance during evals. Very flexible on rules. Me personally, I like the standard plan, 50K, right? Profit share up to 90%. That's always kind of standard. 90, 100%, whatever. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Profit target 3,000 like usual. Max loss 2,000. Payout bi-weekly. That's fine. Minimum trading days 2. That's fine. Consistency rule. You have a slight consistency rule. It doesn't quite say what it is when you look on it. I'm pretty sure that it's 40% like the other one. And micro scaling is the same thing. It means that if you have 5 contracts here, you can get 50 contracts there. So Alpha Futures is some of the best rules, the release rules. Great, right? For their prices too, they're pretty good. $79 a month, and you can always get discounts on them. We are going to be comparing this at the end of the video, but bear with me. These are numbers so far for Alpha Futures. Next, we have Topstep. Topstep is $49 a month, which is crazy cheap. 50K buying power, $3,000 profit target, maximum loss limit $2,000, and 5 contracts, which also goes to 50 contracts on micros. All traders pay a one-time $449 activation fee per express funded account upon passing. It is the same for all accounts, right? So this account here, once you get funded, ends up costing you $200 USD. Now, the drawdown mode on Topstep is end of day, which is great. Their UI is also good. I don't think they do Tradify anymore, so there's no trading view trading. I think it's only on their Topstep X thingamajig. And basically, yeah, that's all I can really say for Topstep. The last one is Apex. Now for Apex, you can get 10 contracts, 100 micros, which is absolutely nuts. 3,000 profit, 2,500 trailing threshold, daily drawdown, none, scaling, none, trading compatible, yes, free, whatever. This is all standard. Okay, don't get confused by this. This is all standard. Basically, you pay per month. Your draw mode is intraday. It's not end of day. So this is a problem, but it's still fine if you trade normally. Basically, their platform is a little outdated, but you can copy trade 20 accounts on there. So that's why it's one of the most used one, I would say. Everything else about it's fine. It's very cheap. 80% off right now, especially. And yeah, I think that's basically it for Apex. I only recommend 50K, and I do want to point out, guys, that when you look at these accounts, you need to understand that the trailing threshold is basically the money you're playing with. If you lose this, you're done. Now, you go for 100K and you get $3,000 trailing threshold, that's 50% of your profit goal. Whereas here, basically the same thing. But why in the fuck would you ever buy this or this or this or this when you can get this, right? Or even this, but I prefer this personally. Price difference, like $3,000 profit to 2,500 or 6,000 to 3,000. How's that make sense, right? You guys need to think about these things. And it's like that for most of these prop firms. So, like, look, the profit doubles, but the maximum loss only goes up by 50%. Makes no sense to me. The profit here tripled, and the maximum loss only doubled, basically. Like, and some more. Like, that's crazy to me. Same thing here. on Alpha Futures. $2,000 max loss. Oh, here you see here they actually did decent. They actually doubled it. And then they added another $2,000 for 50. So this is fine here on Alpha Futures. Good on them. What about Tradify? Trading max drawdown 2, 4, 6. Same thing here. Great. But here goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 45. See on the advanced, same thing. Straight to sim funded are better for the trailing drawdown, if I'm being completely honest. And then my funded futures, I basically own the years only 50K, but the drawdown is huge, very very good. So that's good stuff. So if I had to break this down for traders that trade at NY session, let's say for a clean 50K challenge, I would say the best UI and the most complete experience would be my funded futures. That's the one I'm currently using. It's been absolutely awesome. I've been blown away by them. Their UI is crazy good. You get a journal built into the app. I really love all the rules and everything. Everything just seems great about them so far. Nothing wrong to say. The fastest payout option to me, or from what I've heard, would be Tradeify. The most trader friendly overall would be Alpha Futures with the best scaling rules and clarity as well. The worst UI and reliability, and I've heard some complaints, and also I've been like a victim to some of this thing recently, would be Apex. But I also know a lot of traders that go do really well with Apex. They trade 20 accounts and it goes crazy. Apex trade, or you can copy trade the most accounts, and the most consistent and rigid and just good new old established company would be Topstep, and they are doing really good with their platform Topstep X right now. Me personally, I'm going to stick with MFF for now. I'm really happy with it. My buy straight to SimFund, did it from Tradify soon. Other than that, if I had to give them a ranking, it would probably be my funded futures first, followed by Tradify, followed by Alpha Futures, Topstep, and then X. This is probably how I would rank them. Me personally, from the rules to the price to everything, what you get. There's also a bunch of other prop firms, right? There's FTMO, there's other one, but for these five here that are personally my five favorites because they all have their things that they excel at. My funded futures is great overall. Tradeify is straight to funded. Alpha Futures super trader friendly. Topstep, great established company that's been paying out almost every single one person I know has had no problem with them. Apex Trader funding with the most copy trading account, or one most accounts you can copy trade on. Just great in general. So depends on what you guys are really looking for. Other than that, guys, if you're looking to get funded and not waste time jumping between firms, do your research, look at the rules that match your trading style, and above all, manage your risk properly, right? I'm going to be making a video on that as well at some point in the near future. So sub if you're serious about getting funded this year. Join the free Discord. I trade live every single day. You can watch me live trade, get funded with me. I already did it once. I'll do it again. I'm also doing the $100 to 50K challenge. I don't know if I mentioned it's free, whatever it is. Subscribe, comment, and also go to my TikTok and my Instagram channel. I'll catch you guys later in the next video.